Hello Celtics fans! Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss Celtics first-hand news and leave your like to strengthen the channel. Rita is asking if there is a strategy for playing Jason Tatum for excessive minutes while limiting the minutes of other capable players. She suggests spreading the minutes to reduce Tatum's excessive minutes. The writer believes that the strategy to play heavy minutes for players is simply to win games. The Celtics aim for the number 1 seed in the East, and playing Tatum and Brown fewer minutes per game would hurt their chances of achieving it. However, the writer believes there is a fine line to navigate because the supporting cast may get more out of the game when they are on the floor. The writer suggests that Al Horford is another guy who should have his minutes cut to preserve him. In response to Paul's question, the writer provides a 9-man rotation and distributes the minutes accordingly. Carlo is curious about how Mfiondu Kabengele is doing in Maine and whether he could provide big man depth this year. Leave your like on this video to keep up to date with everything that happens at Celtics. Thanks. Continuing, the writer says that the team is happy with Kabengele's contributions, but he is unlikely to be the team's 15th man due to the relatively stacked big man depth after the Mike Muscala trade. King K is curious about the type of team that will pose the most issues for the Celtics in a 7-game series. The writer thinks that squads that are defensive versatile like the Warriors last year and up-tempo teams that can stretch the floor with shooting pose a potential hazard for Boston. Finally, Christine asks if Derek White and Malcolm Brogdon will ever close games together if Marcus Smart is off. The writer believes that it is hard to think of a time when it has happened all year long, and Smart has bounced back well from a slow start this year to assert himself as a near lock for the closing 5. However, there can be a case made for riding with White-Brogdon on nights they both have it going, and the writer suggests that getting White on the floor in crucial spots should be a priority for Mazzulla moving forward. In conclusion, the Boston Celtics have a talented squad that has struggled with injuries throughout the season. While the team has been able to stay competitive, their bench depth and game consistency need to improve if they are to be successful in the playoffs. The strategy of playing with the main players in heavy minutes is understandable to win games and guarantee a good position in the playoffs. However, Coach Mazzulla needs to balance his players' playing time to avoid excessive burnout on key players, especially ahead of the playoffs. While it's hard to predict which team will be the toughest for the Celtics to face in the playoffs, teams with versatile defense and quick offenses that can stretch the ground could pose a challenge for the team. Finally, the team could consider giving players like D. White and Brogdon more game time, especially in games where they perform well, to further increase their offensive power. Put your opinion in the comments as it is very important for Celtics. I update you at any time with the latest news from Celtics.